This would be like my healing chapter. A lot of wounds are being closed and aided at this point, and the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, So I think for me, this is my chapter of healing.
So the streets are buzzing. Word is Iman Shumpert can't stand the fact that Teyana Taylor moved on, and not just with anyone, but with the Aaron Pierre. That's right, Mufasa himself. And honey, not Teyana leveling up like this with Aaron. Do you understand the genetics at play here? Those babies would break the internet. If Iman's blood is boiling, can you even blame him? Meanwhile, Teyana's healing era is moving at lightning speed, and apparently, she's glowing right through it. But here's where it gets messy. Folks are out here whispering that Teyana might be pushing this whole thing with Aaron a little too hard, like she's trying to lock him down by force. So, is this some Hollywood fairy tale, or is she playing a dangerous game that's about to backfire? Because let's be real, Teyana isn't just dipping her toes into Hollywood's A-list scene, she's diving in head first. Of course, we know she's always been serious about her music career and begging the world to stop sleeping on her talent. But these days, sis is playing chess with the whole entertainment industry. Let's not forget, she snagged a role right next to Leonardo DiCaprio. And that's not just big, that's legendary. And now, she's getting extra cozy with Aaron, who's being crowned the next big thing. It's almost too perfect, right? But here's the kicker. Every time they're seen together, the chemistry is too loud to ignore. Need proof? Let's rewind to early February at the 15% Pledge Gala. Cameras caught them laughing, chatting, and vibing like they had their own secret language. Fast forward to the ABFF Honors in Los Angeles, where Aaron took home the Rising Star Award, and who was right there by his side, looking like his personal good luck charm? Teyana, baby. One photo in particular had the internet shook. Teyana leaning in so close to Aaron, it felt like we were invading their private moment. And if that wasn't enough, the two shared a whole embrace before Aaron hit the stage. And you know people noticed every second of it. And here's where it gets even juicier. These two have been spotted together multiple times, which is already suspicious, since they were never exactly close before. Now people are asking the big question. Is this giving power couple? Or is Teyana just setting herself up for heartbreak? Either way, the streets are watching. So here's the tea. A lot of folks are saying Teyana might be cozying up to Aaron just to keep her name hot in the streets or land some Hollywood gig. Basically, people think her whole relationship could be a publicity stunt to stay relevant. Some even claim Teyana only pops up in headlines when she's either caught with a new man or pulling some wild stunt at an event that leaves everybody talking. So seeing her next to Aaron? Yeah, they're calling that strategy, not romance. One comment really set the internet off. Someone said, Aaron Pierre fumbled hard. How you go from being the next big thing to dating Teyana Taylor, a washed-up divorcee with 2 school-age kids? They didn't stop there either. They kept going, saying, this man is at the peak of his career. He should be with some young, fresh woman, not somebody dragging around a whole marriage and baggage from the past. And the disrespect kept rolling. Teyana's old news. Everything about her is outdated. This is what happens when men don't choose wisely. Now he's stuck with someone begging for a second chance at love after her first marriage flopped. But don't get it twisted. Not everyone is bashing Teyana. Plenty of people came to her defense, saying she deserves to find her happy ending after everything Iman put her through. And trust, that list of betrayals is not short. Y'all remember back in 2016 when some woman came out of nowhere claiming she'd been messing around with Iman for 2 whole years? And guess what? Those 2 years lined up perfectly with the start of his relationship with Teyana. And if you thought that was bad, the details get even messier. According to the woman, Iman slid into her DMs and set up a whole meetup at a hotel in Denver. But when she showed up, surprise, surprise, Kyrie Irving was in the room too. And the woman claimed the two NBA players straight up asked for a threesome, which she immediately shut down. So when people say Teyana's been through it, they mean that. And after surviving all that drama, maybe folks should let her live instead of acting like she's some washed-up has-been looking for scraps. Whether her thing with Aaron is real or just business, the girl earned her piece, period. And since we're talking threesomes, let's not forget the wildest twist in Teyana and Iman's marriage. Allegedly, Teyana even opened up their bedroom to try and keep Iman happy. But no matter what she did, it was never enough for him. If you've been paying attention, the whispers about their threesomes kicked off way back in 2018 when Teyana dropped her song, Three-Way. She didn't just hint at it, she detailed exactly how things went down between her, Iman, and their special guests. And if anyone thought she was ashamed about it, they were wrong. When someone came for her online saying she had no respect for herself, Teyana clapped back hard, letting it be known that bringing another woman into their bed was her idea, not some desperate move to keep her man. And she doubled down during a Bumble conversation with Gianna, where she proudly admitted she was the one who first suggested the threesomes. But clearly, even all that wasn't enough to keep Iman in line, because by February 2022, the streets were talking again. Rumors started flying that Iman was out here cheating once more after someone sent in a tip about a mystery singer with 2 daughters who was spotted watching her husband compete on Dancing with the Stars. Sound familiar? Then things went from bad to straight up embarrassing. Literally days after Teyana announced they had split, a woman popped up online posting a video, and the internet went wild because it looked like Iman was creeping around with her. And sis didn't stop at the video. She posted a picture wearing what looked exactly like Iman's chain, and to top it off, another photo showed her laying all up on him in a way that left nothing to the imagination. But here's the thing. Teyana didn't just leave Iman because of the cheating. In her divorce papers, she claimed Iman was jealous of her success and felt like he could never measure up. Even though, let's be real, his NBA checks were way bigger than any bag she was making from music. And it didn't stop there. Teyana said Iman would get all irritated and standoffish anytime they hit up public events together, like he couldn't handle the attention she was getting. It's giving insecurity. And apparently, that energy killed the whole vibe of their marriage from the inside out. Every time they showed up somewhere together, the paparazzi would literally ask Iman to step out of the photos, and that bruised his ego like crazy. According to Teyana, this started a whole toxic cycle where Iman would blow up her phone with negative, manipulative texts, constantly talking down to her like she didn't deserve the spotlight. And get this, Teyana admitted she even started dimming her own shine just to keep the peace at home. She thought if she stayed low-key, maybe their marriage would stand a chance. But nope. The more her star rose, the angrier Iman got, until things completely spiraled out of control. That's exactly why she eventually filed for divorce, claiming Iman treated her with cruelty and showed signs of extreme narcissism through most of their relationship. And even after all that, she still tried to make it work. Teyana said she first filed for divorce all the way back in 2021, but ended up taking him back because he was spiraling with insecurity as his NBA career started falling apart. But history repeated itself. By 2022, things got so bad, she filed again, only to withdraw the papers just one day later, hoping maybe they could figure things out. But by January 2023, Teyana hit her breaking point and couldn't take the emotional roller coaster anymore. This time, she followed through with the divorce because the constant emotional torment left her drained and completely done. And that's not even the whole story. The court documents laid it all out, including Iman's multiple cheating scandals. Teyana claimed that every time she tried to leave, Iman would beg for another chance, love bomb her into staying, and then cheat again, like clockwork. She even said after she quietly filed for divorce, Iman pulled the same stunt, begging to work things out, only to turn around and get caught in yet another cheating mess, leaving her publicly embarrassed all over again. At the end of it all, the judge made sure Teyana didn't walk away empty-handed. She got to keep 4 prime properties from their marital assets, worth over $10 million altogether. And if nothing else, at least she left with receipts and real estate. After the divorce dust settled, Teyana wasn't just sitting around crying. She hit the ground running and flipped all that heartbreak into a whole glow-up. The girl went from stressed wife to full-blown Hollywood darling in record time. And trust, people noticed. First, she started popping up at every major event, dripping head to toe in designer, looking like she stepped straight off a runway. But it wasn't just about the looks. The bookings started rolling in heavy. Movie deals, fashion campaigns, brand partnerships. Teyana turned her pain into paychecks. And let's not act like her love life didn't get just as interesting. That's when the rumors about Aaron Pierre really started heating up. People started connecting the dots. Every time Teyana was spotted with Aaron, she was glowing like a woman who moved on for real. But not everyone was celebrating her comeback. Some folks started whispering that Teyana's whole single and thriving era was just a calculated rebrand. Like she knew the only way to erase all that messy divorce drama was to bounce back with a new man who could make the headlines work in her favor. And Aaron? He was the perfect upgrade, younger, hotter, and with a career on fire. At the same time, Teyana's camp was pushing back hard, saying the narrative was all wrong. According to her team, Teyana's been grinding nonstop for years, and if Hollywood was finally waking up to her talent, that had nothing to do with a man. They said the real story wasn't her love life. It was her bag, her talent, and the fact that people were finally giving her credit after years of being overlooked. But the streets didn't care. They just wanted the tea. Is Teyana really leveling up for herself? Or is Aaron just a part of the ultimate revenge plan to show Iman exactly what he lost? Either way, Teyana's name is staying in everyone's mouth, and that, baby, is how you flip a divorce into a whole new chapter. And when the judge banged that gavel, Teyana walked away stacked. She kept a whole fleet of vehicles. We're talking a Maybach, a custom Mercedes Sprinter, a full-on tour bus, and her beloved Bronco. On top of that, every last piece of her jewelry stayed right where it belonged, with her. And let's not forget the real prize. 100% ownership of her companies, Tailor-Made and Aunties. Meanwhile, Iman didn't walk away empty-handed either. He got to hold on to his luxury Miami condo, plus both of his Georgia compounds, one down south and another one in Decatur. And all his investments under Choo-Choo, those stayed with him too, though the court kept the exact details of what's in that portfolio real quiet. But the part that really shook people, Iman got slapped with a 7-figure payout he had to send straight to Teyana's account. On top of that, the court ordered him to pay $8,000 a month in child support for their 2 daughters, and that's before he was told to cover 100% of their private school tuition. And let me tell you, getting to that final settlement wasn't smooth at all. Before the ink was even dry, Iman tried to play Repo Man, telling the judge he wanted back some of the pricey gifts he gave Teyana during their marriage, including her jewelry and even one of her condos. If that wasn't bold enough, he also tried to come for a piece of the music royalties Teyana earned before they even tied the knot, like her whole career didn't exist before him. And to top it off, Iman begged the court to lower his child support payments, arguing that Teyana was actually making more money than him now. But the judge wasn't buying any of it, especially after Iman's own financial records hit the courtroom. Turns out, his monthly expenses were a whole situation. Reports showed he was spending at least $112,500 every month. That breakdown was wild. Over $14,000 just on dining out, another $14,000 pumped into his podcast, and more than $6,000 on video and music production every month. Oh, and lunch, A cool $10,500 a month just to eat. Plus, he was spending nearly $19,000 every month traveling back and forth between South Atlanta and Alpharetta for work. No wonder these two kept our timelines fed for months after the split. And Teyana, baby, she had the last laugh all the way to the bank. And just when you thought the drama was over, Teyana turned the spotlight back on Iman. This time, calling him out for being a reckless and inconsistent father. After everything she put up with during their marriage, a lot of people agree that Teyana deserves this fresh start, especially after riding that emotional roller coaster with Iman for years. But now, the real tea is how Iman feels about her rumored romance with Aaron Pierre. Because word on the street is he's heated. Even though Teyana and Aaron haven't officially confirmed what's really going on, their chemistry at every red carpet, private event, and Hollywood party is loud enough to do all the talking. Whether it's love, business, or both, they've definitely got something cooking. And for those who are out here saying Aaron is still married to a white woman, let's clear that up real quick. Yes, Aaron was in a relationship before, but from what's been pieced together, that situation ended a long time ago. So whatever's happening with him and Teyana, that's fair game. Now it's your turn to sound off. What's your take on Teyana and Aaron? Is this the Hollywood glow-up romance Teyana deserves? Or is this whole situation about to crash and burn? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you love the tea, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next round of messy updates, and I'll catch you in the next one.